sneak up on me when I'm thinking? It's terribly unsettling. Besides, I told you to wait downstairs until I called for you.
I'm sorry, Dr. Frankenstein, but I must talk to you. The monster, he's getting restless. And the last time he was like this, he broke his chains and tore the door right off its hinges.
I'm doing the best I can. Oh, the burden of a reputation. Grandfather, why'd I ever find your laboratory notes and embark on this hideous career? Igor, look at his face. From there. Once I was young, happy. Now I'm lined with worry wrinkles.
Oh, your grandfather was a great man. How often my own grandfather Igor would describe their work together, out at night, digging up graves, cutting criminals down from the scaffolding, and cutting and sewing, and cutting and sewing, and cutting and sewing, out in the muck and the mire, looking for just the right part. Oh, yuck, I'm glad I wasn't there.
Yes, I know the stories too. My grandfather created a monster out of men, an indestructible creature. Only problem's the monster's brain, thanks to your grandfather.
Well, Grandfather Igor can't be blamed. He couldn't read. How is he to know that brain that he stole from the university laboratory was the brain of a dimwit?
You should have recognized the comrade.
Oh, look, the lightning, the lightning. The lightning is his mother. It gave him the power of 100 men. How proud our grandfathers were.
Oh, enough reminiscing. We have enough problems of our own trying to correct the mistakes of the past. The brain transfer machine's ready. We no longer have to operate in order to change the monster's brain using the fluorite crystal. The brain transfer machine will spin the brain to a billion particles and send it through the air into a new current.
It's wonderful, Master. It's wonderful. When do we begin?
As soon as we find the right brain.
I know where there's a wonderful brain.
Where is it?
Here.
No!
Well, it's a perfectly good brain. It's never been used.
Igor, there are brains. There are brains. I refuse to discuss it further.
Yes, Master.
Now, hopefully, the right brain will arrive tonight. All this electricity from this storm will have added energy for a perfect transfer. I've advertised this castle as a hotel with travel agencies from Berlin to Los Angeles. I had expected a large supply of brains. So far, only one group's made reservations. And with everything in readiness, I will use one of those brains tonight! I nearly forgot. You must not call me Dr. Frankenstein anymore. You must call me Baron Henry von Frankenmeyer. Do you understand?
Yes, Baron. Yes, Baron. Okay. Now, I've been meaning to ask you, there's no servants here. How can we run a hotel without maids and cooks and bellhops?
Oh, simple. You will do it.
Me? But I do everything already. I cook the meals. I wash the machine. I watch that monster all night. And now and I fetch and carry. And I fetch and carry. And I fetch and carry. Now you want me to carry baggage and run room service?
Yes.
That is too much. I quit.
Wait. You don't understand. If one of our guests is chosen for the honor of the brain transfer, you'll be in the perfect position to plant the crystal on him. You know I haven't figured out how to focus the rays of the machine. One crystal's already on the monster. This one must be placed on the body of the victim, the subject whose brain is to be transferred. Don't desert me in my hour of need. I shall be lost without you.
There, Master, I won't leave you. How could you think such a thing of a kind, hard-working Igor?
Oh, very good. Now, go get get those rooms ready. Our guests should be arriving shortly. Family of American tourists. But first, get a sedative for the monster. We can't have him frightening our guests. I don't want him going out mauling the villagers. Oh, and use the good brandy tonight. Perhaps we should be grateful. Last time he escaped, he hid in the brewery. He's so easy to sedate now. Oh, and make sure those chains are tight. The brain transfer may be a little bit more violent than I had calculated. Grandfather, do you hear your creation? Moaning, crying out for relief. I, Baron Henry von Frankenstein III, shall correct your mistakes. I shall perfect your creation. I shall end the curse of the Frankensteins!
It's ready, Master.
Quickly, make no delay. Quiet as soon as you can. Then get those rooms ready with a nice warm fire. I told you never to keep your stuff down here. Hurry up! Let's carry, go! Oh, now if only the storm will hold until guests arrive.
Henry, darling!
Natasha Nowitzki!
Oh, you have not forgotten me, darling. It is so good to see you again. The Carpathian Mountains are so lonely and quiet. Like I'm not alone. Oh, don't be silly, darling. Put that thing away. I have been taking treatments at an unhealthy health clinic in Budapest. I drink only cranberry juice now. Although, I must admit, I have not lost my desire for adventure, excitement, and romance. Oh, what is it?
Oh, no.
Make reservations for 5. Stop. Julius Stiefel-Knocker and family. Stop. Arriving November 2nd, SeaWorld Travel Agency, Manhattan, New York. What does this mean? Who is Julius Stiefel-Knocker and family?
I have decided to go out of the monster business. Turn the old castle into a vacation paradise.
Oh, wonderful. All this place needs is some new blood.
Blood?
It was just an expression, darling.
What are you doing here anyway? I thought I made it clear last time you were here. I want nothing to do with you or your husband. By the way, where is the Count?
I'm leaving Vlad again. I am tired of his lying night after some young thing. He has made a fool of me for the last time.
Maybe if you settle down, he would too. Your leaving him is ridiculous. You know that. You two were made for each other. You always end up going back anyway, so why leave in the first place?
It is not ridiculous. I am tired of his flying around, leaving me at home waiting for him to drop me a morsel of attention. I'll not be the bat in his belfry any longer. My trunk will be arriving shortly. It's a new one I got in Egypt. It's simply beautiful.
But my guests!
Henry, darling, I don't like to be pushy, but I don't like being refused anything. You escaped me once and I forgave you. But if you don't let me stay, I will fly around and frighten all the guests out of your hotel, and then there will only be you and me left.
That's blackmail!
Of course. Do you still have that bumbling idiot with you?
Yes, and he has good reason to remember you, too.
It was really harmless, Henry. You escaped me and Igor was available.
But Igor, how can Vlad suspect?
I was desperate. I had to take what I could get. But I assure you, if you do not give me a room, you and Igor will suffer more than any men have ever suffered.
Oh, right. But don't mingle with my guests.
I promise to think about it.
Master! Master! Oh.
Hello, my little pet. My, how you haven't changed.
Oh, what is she doing here?
Nothing to worry about. She's just doing her little visit, that's all.
Because of you, I was beaten. The dogs were set on me. I was chased over half of Transylvania. I swore that.
Henry, leave me control. I will not restrain myself next time. Now, beast, show me to my room, and when my trunk arrives, bring it up.
Go. allow me to introduce myself. I am Henry von Frankenmeyer, your host.
Julius T. Woodknocker here, and this is Mrs. Woodknocker and all the little Woodknockers, my cars. Swell joint you got here. Early gargoyle. Say, when do we eat? I'll have 2 fried eggs, 2 poached eggs, 2 scrambled eggs, 2 medium boiled eggs, some roast beef. Rare medium well done and overdone. By the way, have you got any stewed prunes?
I guess so.
Well, give them some black coffee. That ought to sober them up. Say, I'm here for rest and relaxation. I need to get that straight. I'm suffering from a bad case of the nerves. I lie awake at night waiting to go to sleep. I must have quiet. Quiet!
Pop was really shaken up in Paris. He was stuck in the elevator at the Eiffel Tower, and he had to go up and down and up and down and up and down 3 times before they let him out.
Well, I haven't had such a bad case of seasickness and Seabiscuit lost the 5th race in Hialeah.
That's very amusing, Mr. Woodknocker.
It's not half as amusing as he thinks it is.
Ah, yes, my bitter half. She has all the poise, modesty, and ill humor in the family.
Julius, don't push me too far. This is no place to be discussing our family history. Remember your nerves.
My wife doesn't really think that I'm very funny. Say, Junior, what would you charge to run into an open manhole?
Just cover charge.
We'll drop in sometime.
Sure.
I guess we cleaned that one up pretty well.
I don't understand.
Neither do I, and don't let it happen again.
Julius, please, can't we have one evening out without you going into these antics? I swear you do it just to embarrass me. Mr. Frank.
Oh, please, call me Henry.
Henry.
Now, let's not get too familiar here.
Henry. I'm afraid my husband's been in vaudeville since he was young. Very young. I'm afraid over the years, he's forgotten what is reality and what is play.
To me, a play is reality, or reality is a play, or vice versa. I know there's a wisecrack in there somewhere, but I doubt it. All for one and one for all, and me for you, and 3 for 5, and 6 for a quarter.
I must say, you do look familiar.
My husband's not who you think he is.
That's a lie. I know who I am. I'm an imposter. I mean impersonator.
He is a constant source of embarrassment to his family. But that doesn't stop him. Nothing stops him. He insults everybody. Now, he says he's suffering from a case of nerves and insomnia. Actually, I think he's been trying to drive me out of my mind for the last 20 years. I'll apologize now for anything that might happen later.
Hello? This is room service. Ice water in 318? Is that so? Where did you get it? Oh, you want some? That's different. Do you have any ice? No, we don't. This is Coconut Beach, Florida. No snow, no ice. Chop up some onions. That'll make your ice water.
That's very, very nice, Mr. Woodknocker, but there seems to be only 4 of you.
Say, with a little practice, you'll learn to count to 10.
Julius, we've had enough comedy for tonight.
What I mean, sir, is the travel agency wired there be 5 of you.
Oh, you must be thinking of our 5th wheel, Mrs. McGonagall. She's out in the car. She's our housekeeper. Refuses to come in. Imagine that. She says the place looks like something out of a monster show. Mrs. McGonagall. She may look like an idiot. She may act like an idiot. She may even talk like an idiot. So don't let that fool you. She's an idiot! Ruth, would you go see if you can find... Oh.
Oh, it's horrible, horrible, most horrible. I was sitting in the car and this horrible face peeked through the side window. Oh, it was the most gruesome thing I've ever seen.
She was actually looking in the rearview mirror.
I frightened it away.
Got a good look at her.
My screaming frightened it away.
I rest my case. This is Mrs. McGonagall. Any resemblance between her and a living person is purely accidental.
Julius, I'm warning you. Don't calm down, Mr. McGonagall. Whatever it was didn't hurt you. Well, with the long drive up the countryside and the appearance of this hotel, and the storm coming, you just need to rest a little bit.
Oh, I'm not staying right in this place. Why, I'd be too frightened to close my eyes. Who knows what might be lurking in the corners or under the bed?
I could say something here, but I won't.
I'm sure you'll feel differently once you've had a chance to refresh yourself.
Say, Mr. Frankenfurter.
Meyer.
Frankenfurter, whatever. How much are the rooms?
Oh, how much? Is $20 too much?
What? To stay in a run-down joint like that? You gotta be kidding. Children, grab your bags. We are out of here. Come on.
Now you're talking.
Yeah.
Julius, it's too late to find another place to stay. We have reservations. I I'm staying tonight. Do you want to find another place to take tomorrow at that show there?
No, you can't go. It's much too dangerous at night on the roads, especially with a storm coming. I'm sure we can make an arrangement tomorrow that will be agreeable to us all.
Very well, we'll stay. But I want quiet!
Thank you, Julius. Now, where is Junior run off to? Junior! Junior!
Hey, Mom! Hey, Pop! This place is swell. It'd be a peachy place for a murder. Well, it would.
I'll call the bellboy and you'll take him up to your rooms. Then I'll prepare something. Have it sent up. You must be...
Come out of there, Mrs. McGonagall! I'll break every bone in your body!
Don't do it, Pop!
Now stop! This poor creature is the bellboy. Come on out, Igor. His harness is a puppy dog. Oh, what a treat. Oh. Sit. Treat later.
Oh, what's that?
Mice.
Mice?
It sounded rather large to be mice.
Yes, well, the sound echoes through the lower halls. But there's nothing to be frightened about. They always stay below in the dungeons.
Dungeons? Oh, boy, can I see it, Pop?
No!
They're all locked and sealed shut. No one's been in them for years.
Say, mister, does this place have any secret passages going from room to room?
Oh, I don't think so.
That's enough, juniors. You can explore later.
Gotcha, Pop.
Igor will now take your baggage and show you to your rooms.
Be careful of my trunk there, sir. It contains all my costumes, and without which I would have to play Lady Godiva. And believe you me, I haven't got the equipment.
Walk this way.
He said it, Ruth, not me.
Don't you dare.
Not a brain among them. But I suppose I'll have to make do. There's no time to get another. With all the energy from the storm, the machine will be ready at 11 o'clock. I'll give this crystal to Igor. He'll plant it on... Which one? The boy! Oh, too young. Mrs. McGonagall! Never! Oh, not the girl or Mrs. Woodknocker. I suppose, unfortunately, there's only one choice. Mr. Woodknocker! Though I suppose I can retrain him as I want him later. We'll get the crystal planted. We'll sedate him at 11 o'clock. My monster's gonna have a new brain! Oh, the thrill of it all!
So loud.
Good. Oh, go see who that is. Whoever it is, just get rid of them. And then keep an eye on our guests. We can't lose any of them. I will recheck my instruments.
Fetch and carry. Fetch and carry. Oh, move the box from here to there. I don't have any fun. Someday I'll get my revenge. I know. When somebody wants something, I won't get it. Better yet, if I can get my brain to the body of that monster, I'd be the most powerful man alive. My wonder brain in the monster's wonderful body.
Hello, Mr. Igor. What are you doing?
Oh, fetch and carry, fetch and carry. Move this box from here to there.
That looks like a mummy case.
trouble I can't handle. Don't touch the box. I said don't touch that box. I said don't touch that box. Don't touch the box.
Jeez, he needs to go see a chiropractor. Darn, nothing but a little dirt. Oh well, this place has its possibilities. Now if I were a secret passage, where would I be? Not here. Not here either. Aha! Fireplace! There's always something in the fireplace. No. Ah, there you are, you little devil. I knew there had to be a secret passage around here somewhere. I bet this leads to every room in the castle.
But I must see the doctor. It's very important. A matter of life and death.
The doctor's in the middle of a very important experiment. He cannot be disturbed.
But he must be. I have only one night left. Tomorrow is the full moon.
The full moon?
Yes, the full moon.
You mean the full moon?
That's what I said.
Oh.
I'm tired of repeating myself. I am Sir Lawrence Talbot III. So you heard of me. I'm not a bad one. I have needs, wants, desires. But when the full moon rises above the mountains, I change into a hairy beast with jacket. Now get the doctor. Full moon. Full moon.
Mr. Franklin? I thought you were someone else.
That's quite all right, Miss.
Miriam Woodknucker. Are you a guest here?
Yes? Yes, I suppose I am.
Well, this might sound kind of forward, but do you play tennis?
Tennis?
I was going to ask Mr. Frankenmeyer where the tennis courts are. And if you play, you could play with my father and brother in the morning. But they are quite good, though. They won the doubles trophy at the Oakmills Country Club last summer. Father hates clubs, especially country clubs. But he says since he's paid all that money to join, he's got to do something to get his mind right. And he plays wretched golf, so tennis seems to be the only alternative. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to dominate the conversation. It's just I've had no one to talk to except for my family since I got here.
Oh, your conversation is delightful. Really.
Well, thank you. But I'm afraid it's true. I haven't had anyone to talk to because I don't speak French or German.
Well, I've lived in England for many years. That's why I speak English like a native.
Oh, I love England. It's history and all. I want to go to London someday. We didn't go this time because Father was in a play on tour with my mother shortly after they got married.
Oh, your father's an actor.
He's a comedian. Ordinary, fun like most other fathers. But when he's out in public, he turns into the most outrageous characters. Like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. You know what I mean?
I think I know exactly what you mean.
Oh, when will it storm again?
Are you all right, Mr. Talbot? It's only a storm.
Oh, yes, it's only a storm.
Well, anyway, my mother used to be a dancer with my father's play company. Then he made her retire, and I think she resents it. She probably still does. Father's not feeling well. Nerves and insomnia. And he gets seasick at the mention of a ship. And the ship we were on sat so high on the water that I swayed from side to side, standing still at the dock.
That's very amusing.
Father didn't think so.
You know, I don't think I've laughed in years until this very moment.
Mr. Talbot, I believe.
Yes,
Mr. Frankenmeyer. Yes. Mr.
Oh, I see. Well, I must be with you, Mr. Frankenmeyer.
Where are your tennis courts, Mr. Frankenmeyer?
There's courts, I'll have Igor string some nets in the garden tomorrow morning.
Well, thank you. And I'll see you later, Mr. Talbot.
Oh, please. Call me Larry. I'd love to see you again. You forget all my troubles.
Where am I going to get a tennis net?
Don't argue, just do it. But first, get something for the Melvin.
Melvin? Oh, Melvin.
Yes.
Still playing with monsters, Dr. Frankenstein?
Don't call me doctor. It's none of your business what I'm doing. What do you want?
What I want right now is a good drink.
Igor, a drink for Mr. Talbot. One for me, too. Feeling it's going to be a long night. Now again, what do you want?
Well, you obviously know who I am. And tomorrow is the full moon. I can't go through another full moon like the last one. Doctor, you don't know what it's like. Every month after month, year after year, knowing that when the full moon changes, no matter where you are or what you're doing, you will change too. Your body racked with agony. You'll be hunted like a wild beast. Doctor, that girl. I don't dare think of liking her, or anyone else for that matter, for fear I shall see the mark of my next victim in their hand. Doctor, you must help me. You must cure me.
Oh, impossible. It takes months, perhaps years, before I can attempt to cure.
They killed me! Oh, do I feel the same for a man? God!
No, down, Fido. Oh, perhaps there is a way. It's going to take time, trial and error, but there are possibilities. I'll strike a bargain with you. You help me with my experiment, I'll help you with your little problem.
Anything to be free from the curse, Doctor.
Once we begin, there will be no turning back. Agreed? Very well then. Let us drink to our partnership. Yes. To our partnership. To success.
To freedom.
To Melvin.
Yes. Now, this is a full-right crystal. It's very rare. It's the key to your future happiness. You must make no mistakes.
Well, I won't, Doctor. But what do I have to do?
I was going to give this to Igor, but a man who's desperate will make sure nothing goes wrong. This is the key to my brain transfer machine.
Your what?
Oh, we don't have time for details. This just must be based on the body of Mr. Woodknocker.
Mr. Woodknocker? Isn't that the...
Yes, it's the girl's father. Oh, he's a little strange. A lot strange. But if my experiment is successful, I can retrain him as I want him. The machine is turned on. It's building up energy. It's very dangerous until it's released. At 11 o'clock, it will be released. You must have this crystal on the body of Mr. Woodknocker before then. If not, it will be your brain in the body of the monster, and his brain in you. Don't fail.
You're going to steal some poor man's brain for your monster?
Yes.
I don't think... I feel strange. But it's too soon. Full moon isn't till tomorrow.
Talbot? The sedative! Igor, you idiot!
Did you call?
Oh, Mr. Woodknocker.
Ah, it's good to see you again, but I have no one to blame but myself. Lovely weather we're having. A bit chillish, but it keeps the ice from melting.
Doctor.
Doctor? Well, I'm a doctor. Where's the horse? Just as I thought. You've been smoking too much.
Oh, Mr. Woodknocker, it's Mr. Talbot. He's fainted.
Well, don't tell me. I'll find out for myself. I can do nothing for this man. He has fainted. What he needs is a long ocean voyage. In the meantime, to the garden I am going. If he should awake, don't blame me.
Oh, wait, you can't go out in the garden. It may start raining. And getting wet wouldn't be good for your health.
So I get back. If I were out in the sun, I would be getting sunstroke. I am an incurable insomniac. And the only cure for insomnia is water. Lots of water. And plenty of visit. You know, I used to lie awake at night thinking of ways to go to sleep. It kept me up all night doing it, too. Now I think about more important things, like, why do seagulls live in the sea?
I have no idea.
It's simple, silly. Because if they lived in the bay, they would be called bagels. Ha! Insomnia. It's a terrible thing.
That man's crazy. Perhaps I've made a mistake. Can't leave you lying about. I know. To the box until it's equal. Upstairs. Don't touch the box.
Mr. Talbot? Darn. The first man I meet, and I don't even get to talk. I guess I'll see him in the morning. Maybe we'll skip tennis. We can go walking. Sit under the trees and talk.
Oh, there you are, dear. Have you seen your father? I was speaking to him about his behavior, you know, and he just vanished. I knew it was too good to be true. He was even being nice to me, then just disappeared. Then he came in, said, I don't like the character I'm playing, changed his clothes and left again.
I haven't seen him.
Well, he's probably wandering, trying to keep me up. He could be bothering the hotel guests or the personnel or something. You know, it's one thing to be in a play and try and make everybody laugh, but he continues his antics when he's off stage. It's just too much. You know, I think he's embarrassed me every day of our married lives. Not to mention total strangers. What do you think of it? I haven't seen any guests around here.
I met one. He's a young man. He's very interesting.
Well, when did you meet him?
And I was asking Mr. Frankenmeyer where the tennis courts are.
Oh, did Mr. Frankenmeyer say where the bathrooms are? All I have upstairs in my room is a bowl and a pitcher of water.
He didn't tell me.
Well, I've looked in all the hallways upstairs. I guess I'll look in the ones downstairs. Don't stay up too late because it's being chilly.
Hey, Mother,
Yes.
did you love Father when you married him?
Why, of course I loved your father. I still do. Do you think I don't?
I know you do. It's just the way you're always scolding him. And he's always trying to irritate you and you're both fighting all the time.
Oh, dear. I guess we've been doing it so long I don't even notice anymore. I don't even remember when it started. I guess to you it looks like we're the best of enemies. But your father's given me so many wonderful years. You know I used to date his brother. Yes, he introduced me to your father and hired me to be his dance partner. Your uncle never got over it when I married Julius.
Was it love at first sight? Do things like that really happen?
Well, it was a whirlwind romance. I think that a girl can meet a man and right away know who's the right one for her. But I suggest you get to know them better than I knew your father. There'd be less shocks and surprises that way.
Will you do me a favor and try and overlook some of the little things Father does? You may not try so hard to upset him.
Well, I'll try, but I can't change overnight. It is getting chilly. Get upstairs to bed.
Good night. Well, we'll definitely go walking and talking. Then we'll have dinner with my family later. And then we can go dancing out on the terrace out in the moonlight.
Oh, fetching carry. Move the body from here to there.
Hello?
Oh,
Have you seen Mr. Talbot?
no!
Well, if you do, can you tell him that Miriam Woodknocker is looking forward to playing tennis in the morning?
I don't have any fun. No way I say to play tennis. But I'll have lots of fun once my brain's in the body of that monster. Now, where's that crystal? Where's the crystal? Where's that crystal?
Oh, my dear Countess, you don't know what it means to me to find another insomniac wandering through the wandering halls of night, searching for relief that never comes until it's time to wake up.
Oh, I know what you mean, darling. As soon as the sun goes down, my eyes are wide open.
Oh, I love it when you say darling. Darling!
Oh, darling!
Yeah?
My trunk, it has arrived.
Why, I once knew an elephant with a trunk like that, only it wasn't big enough, so I sold it for $40. In fact, that's the trunk.
Isn't it beautiful? I got it in Egypt last summer.
Oh, Egypt you too, eh? There. That reminds me of a lady I once knew. She was fair, fat, and 40, and her bank account wasn't too shabby either. She looked a lot like the Prince of Wales. Not the present prince, that is, but the old one. And when I say whale, I mean whale. I know a whale when I see one.
Oh, darling, you're so full of whimsy.
Why, can you see it from there? I always get that way when I eat radishes.
Would you like a drink?
Ah, I never touch the stuff.
I have a terrible craving for a Bloody Mary.
I'll bet you do.
Pop! I've been looking all over for you.
Well, go upstairs. If I'm not there, I'll be out in the garden underneath the cabbage leaf.
Pop, this is serious. There is a man in that mummy case, and Mr. Frankenmeyer is really Dr. Frankenstein is going to steal your brain with a machine that uses crystal.
Why, that's ridiculous, Junior. Why would he steal it when he could have it for $32.50? And that includes the tax. Junior, let me smell your breath. Ah, just as I thought. You gotta lay off that lemonade.
But it's true, Pop. Look in the mummy case.
Very well, I will. Let me try that one more time. Oh, Junior, you didn't tell me this was a musical mummy case. Does it play anything else? How about Home on the Range?
Oh, it was horrible, horrible, most horrible. I was sitting.
And standing?
No, no, it was terrible.
I'll bet it was.
The wind blew my window open and I was closing it, and this large vacuum that was looking at me with beady eyes and hideous grin on his face. Didn't blow out again. Oh, I can't stand this horrible place.
Natasha!
Don't glare at me, Henry. I've been out here talking to Mr. Woodknocker. If it wasn't me, you know who it was.
What's the matter?
A huge bat flew into my room.
I thought it was Mother.
It could have been. You ever seen her without her makeup on?
Where is Mother?
Oh, the last time I saw her, she was arguing with the wall.
She went looking for a bathroom.
Ooh, which way did she go?
Up the stairs?
Ooh, these halls can be dangerous if you don't know where you're going. I'll call Igor. We'll go looking for her.
Oh, I'm not budging from this spot.
Igor, what are you doing back there?
Setting a mousetrap?
Oh, a far-fetched story. You've been waiting there to jump out of hand. Don't tell me you were.
Quickly, Igor. We must go find Mrs. Woodknocker before...
That's Ruth. What's that?
Mice.
Oh, that figures. Ruth can't stand mice.
Let's go, quickly.
Oh, come on, let's go with them.
No, it's much too dangerous, especially in the dark. Sit down.
Come on, Junior, let's play cards.
Father.
Oh, this is the worst thing you've ever done to us.
Why, you ain't seen nothing yet.
I'm coming, Mrs. Woodknocker. Well, maybe I'll just wait here. Pop, we've got to do something. He's still in the mummy case. Who's in the mummy case?
Why, the Wolfman, of course. I'd open it up myself, but I haven't got any wolf bang. Mrs. McGonagall, you do it.
Oh, I didn't know such a thing, Mr. Woodknocker. If there's anything in there, I don't want to see it. Mrs. McGonagall.
Jim.
Glad, so my intuition was correct.
A gracious good evening. Oh, my darling Natasha, couldn't I live without you? I don't know.
A pretty story. But I don't believe you.
We'll discuss it later. But for now, Natasha, introduce me, my dear.
If you insist. This is Mr. Woodknocker. And his son and daughter.
And these must be Mrs. Woodknocker?
Not in your wildest nightmare.
This is my husband, the Count.
Ah, the Count of Monte Cristo, I presume.
Why, no, I am Count Lada Ducal of Transylvania. My castle lies in the Carpathian Mountains, near Borgo Pass.
I never heard of it.
I'm sorry for that.
I'm not. Have you ever heard of Cucamonga?
Oh, it's him. Those beady eyes. I know him anywhere.
Allow me to introduce myself to this vision of loveliness.
Oh, the beady eyes must be blind.
I am Count Ducal of Transylvania, and you remind me of the beautiful women of my country.
No wonder he moved.
Oh, I am sorry. For a moment you reminded me of... Oh, it's quite ridiculous.
I get that a lot.
Oh, she fainted.
Fetching Carrie.
Seems to be contagious around here.
Henry, darling, look who just arrived.
Oh, what is the matter, Henry? You do not look happy to see me. But after all, you should remember wherever my darling little Natasha is, I am not very far away.
Julius! Oh, darling, it was huge!
Why, she hasn't been this affectionate since she was this affectionate.
It came out of the darkness, growling, shuffling, its eyes flaming, its arms stretched out like this.
Oh, that's nothing, my dear. That was only Mrs. McGonagall sleepwalking again.
Oh, Mr. Woodknocker, I've been here all the time.
Junior, Marion, help your mother to her room.
But, Pa!
We'll talk about your man in the box later.
The man in the box.
A man in the box? A man in the box?
There's a man in my box.
Darling, why is there a man in your box?
Now they all know, Pop!
Did you get the crystal?
I couldn't find it.
X me on the ox bay. We'll talk about it later, Junior. Mrs. McGonagall, you better get to hopping too.
Honey.
Now, Mr. Frankenfurter.
Meyer.
Frankenberger, whatever. What's going on around here?
Nothing.
Nothing. Do I look like an idiot? I'll answer that myself. I may look like an idiot, but I'm no dope. You advertise this place as a quiet, restful retreat, and ever since we got here, everybody's been going around screaming. I'm not a well man, Mr. Frankenheimer. I need to take a lot of pills. I take blue pills, green pills, yellow pills, orange pills. I take pills to remind me to take pills, and I even take nerve pills. And every now and then, I even take horse pills. That reminds me. Have one.
You can't take this pill.
Oh. That's my golf ball. I wonder what I hit off the tee this morning. Remember, I must have quiet. Quiet!
Oh, why does this always happen to me?
Henry, is that man a lunatic or one of your new creations?
He is an American. Igor, get me through.
No.
An American? Darling, I have heard of Americans. Perhaps someday we should go to America. A fresh new country, fresh faces, new blood.
And beautiful women.
My darling Natasha, jealous?
Of what have I to be jealous? A silly woman who screams at bats.
Oh, my darling Natasha, do you know I loved you and only you? The moon of my night. Without you, I'm a hollow shell, thrown to flat with an eye. Love those bugs.
Monster! I completely forgot the monster.
Ah, he's probably roaming the countryside, wreaking havoc and destruction.
Oh, quickly, get the shackles. We must have him back before 11 o'clock. Oh, my friends, you must help me. We must have the monster back before 11 o'clock. Oh, please, my friends, fly over the countryside and look for him. Igor and I will search the village and the brewery.
Oh, no, no. I will search the brewery.
Darling, watch out for the tree on the left.
Oh!
Oy, them and flyers.
But all I wanted was a brain.
Hi. Let me guess. Pleasant peasants. I'm looking for a friend of mine. I think he went this way. He stands about like this tall. He's green and wants to drink a lot. Anybody see him? You want that way? Oh.
Yeah, and he grabbed the guy and took him off by his back.
He's got. I told him he can't have any more pets. Oh.
Not too bad.
Two kids. Kids are too big to flush down the toilet. Now, I'll have to go find him. He probably went to the brewery again. This will take at least 10 minutes. Enough time for an intermission. There's some rules around the castle, though. That way is the laboratory. Don't go there. It's very dangerous. Laboratory, bad. That way is the lavatory. Where you'll find rooms for guys and ghouls, and there's a pitcher of water in a bowl for your convenience. And also, if you go this way, you'll find various treats and things I prepared for you. Just walk this way, and don't touch the box.
Go back.
I knew I could find you at that brewery. Now, give me that drink. Come on, give it to me. Give it to me. Ah! Okay, now, stop. My drink. Okay. Now, put the little kid down. Back in his chair. Right now.
Don't want to know, keep it.
Keep it. I hate it.
Oh my gosh.
Wrong person to put it on.
How many times do I have to tell you? No pets. Besides, that pet's not even housebroken. Now, back to the dungeon with ya. Back to the dungeon. No more kids. Okay, give him a treat. Now hurry up. Hurry up. No, and no more little girly girls. No. Back to the dungeon with ya. Good, Melvin. Good, Melvin. No more girly girls. No. No more girly girls. Let go of the girly girl. There we go. Sit down, girly girl. Back to the dungeon with ya. Hurry up.
Besides, I just got to sleep this morning when I got up. Amazing, I got a spinning sleep last night with all that racket going on. It sounded like a steam locomotive flying into Grand Central Station. And then your father, every 5 minutes out in the hall, yelling, "Quiet!" Finally convinced him to put it in ear plug, and that helped for a little while. Then the walls started shaking. Junior, this is not my idea of a quiet, restful retreat.
But Mom, I've got to talk to Pop.
No. Come talk to me. I've been alone all day. Miriam left early this morning with Mr. Talbot. They were in such a rush, I hardly got a chance to say, "How do you do?" She yanked him out the door, through the garden, and down the hill. And I haven't seen Mr. Frankenstein all day. And Mr. Igor's been in and out all day without so much as a beg your pardon, man.
Oh, Beg your pardon.
I had the most tasteless lunch. Junior, did you have lunch?
But I'm not hungry, Mom.
Oh, honey, you better go upstairs and get changed for dinner. Shh. I could been sort of cold in.
About what you saw last night in the hall.
Your father said that was just my imagination. But with the dark hall and the breeze blowing out the candle and the lightning flashing.
Well, was it about this tall?
Yes.
And about this wide?
About that.
Did it have a high forehead?
Yes.
And a greenish face with two silver things sticking out of its neck?
Yes, Junior.
I was just asking. I'm sure Pop was right. It was only your imagination. Well, good afternoon, Mrs. Woodknocker. Good afternoon, Junior. You haven't seen the Count, have you?
I haven't seen anybody.
Well, I couldn't sleep last night with all that racket. And I saw the Count pull a large box into his room. It's right across the hall from me. I've been knocking at his door all day, but he doesn't answer. Oh, you don't suppose something's happened to him, do you? Well, I think there's something strange about that, Count. Oh, nonsense. I think he's charming. Well, I think he's a gigolo. A gigolo. A guy that runs after women for their money.
You mean a gigolo?
Yes, a guy that runs
I
after...
know what a gigolo is. How do you know?
I read it in a book. Well, I think he's charming.
Mr. Frankenmeyer, what's happened to you?
Oh, please excuse my appearance. There's been some trouble with the boiler. Have you seen Mr. Talbot?
Oh, no, he left early this morning with my daughter, Miriam. I do hope they return soon, though, because those clouds will be so threatening.
Oh, Mr. Frankenmeyer, have you seen the Count? He's still a guest here, isn't he?
Oh yes, he's still a guest here. He sleeps a lot during the day. He's a night person.
Sounds like Pop.
Well, I do think it's going to storm. It's getting so dark. I better go find Julius and have him go look for Miriam. Something must have happened, or they'd be back by now.
Oh, I'm sure she's all right. And I'm going to stroll in the garden. Mr. Frankenmeyer, how long have you lived here?
I inherited the castle from my grandfather. Don't you have something you need to do?
No.
What's that you're doing there?
I'm a junior detective. Great next chapter. We collect our clues and evidence for you to write them down. Saves time later on when we're putting things together.
Evidence?
Yeah, you know, clues and evidence for solving mysteries, murders, robberies, muggings. What's that, knocking?
Knocking? Oh, I hear no knocking.
Are you all right, Mr. Frankenmeyer? You seem awfully nervous this evening.
Well, what makes you say that?
I think I hear my mother calling. Henry! What did you mean on this?
I am sorry.
Not that sorry as you're going to be! You keep me out all night searching for that creature. I come home to my room exhausted, but my box is not there. I searched frantically for it, and when I finally find it, that nincompoop Igor has left it down here. I barely have time to get to my box, and when I open it up, there is a man inside. I barely have time to roll him out to get him myself, but I start down through the window. I have a splitting headache and on top of it all, I broke a nail.
Nothing's going right. When we got back with the monster, there was so much energy in the machine, it nearly exploded. It's only a miracle it didn't. I'm working all day to get it ready for tonight. Oh, and Igor's acting strange, and Talbot's gone with my crystal.
Crystal?
It's an important part of the brain transfer machine I keep telling everyone about. I wish I had a recording so I didn't have to repeat it every time someone walks in the door. Anyway, Igor's acting strange. Talbot's gone with my crystal. I can't trust anybody. Natasha, you'll help me tonight. I'll do anything to make it up to you.
Well, darling, when you put it that way, how can I refuse you? What would you have me do?
We must have the crystal placed on Mr. Woodknocker by 11 o'clock. The machine's turned on and is building up energy. This time I've set the automatic controls.
so nothing will stop it. I'll get the crystal and give it to you, and you, snuggle up to Mr. Woodknocker and slip it in his pocket.
I can do that.
So we went over instead. I'm very sorry my son's toast landed in your plate. If it should happen again, I'll make sure he throws the jam with it. His mother was furious.
Miss Woodknocker, Mr. Talbot.
Mr. Frankenmeyer, have you met the Countess, Larry?
Well, no, I haven't.
Charmed, I'm sure. I have heard of you, Mr. Talbot, but never did I think we would meet. Though you do look strangely familiar, as if we have already met.
Oh, well, I likewise have heard of you, Countess, and your illustrious husband.
Oh, young love. Young people are so happy together. I remember what it was like to be young. Well, Henry, I will be back before you are ready to proceed. I must take some exercise. The children of the night, what beautiful music they make.
Mr. Talbot, a word with you.
Surely. Miriam, it has been a wonderful day I shall never forget. Please remember to wear the herb necklace I gave you. Never take it off.
It has the most enchanting odor, Larry.
It's because it's a special herb for warding off evil.
Europeans are so attractively superstitious.
Talbot!
Then you will wear it,
Of course.
and I'll see you tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow, but we're having dinner tonight with my family. And then we're going dancing later on the terrace out in the moonlight.
The moon!
You men are all alike. Mention the word dancing and you fall apart. I'm going to change, and I expect to see you later.
Right. You hear that? She expects me to have dinner with her.
We have plenty of time before the moon rises. Now, you must give me the crystal.
But I don't have the crystal.
What do you mean you don't have the crystal?
I don't have the crystal. I woke up this morning lying on the floor and I barely had time to look for it before Miriam and her mother came in.
Look, Talbot, you find that crystal or I'll see you doomed.
You needn't threaten me, Doctor. I'm in control of myself now, but in a couple of
You find that crystal, I'll see you don't have to worry about that. I've got a sleeping potion. It'll knock you out cold. And just to make sure, I'll lock you in the dungeon every night. Just to make sure. Till we find the cure. But only if you find the crystal. We'll get to it. We're running out of time.
Oh, Cat, your stories are so thrilling. Please tell me more.
I will, my dear Miss McGarrigle, before this gracious evening is over. Ah, Henry said he had other guests. Will you introduce us, Henry?
Mr. Talbot, the Count Alicard. This is McGonagall.
Ah, Mr. Talbot, I have heard of you, but
Never did you think we would meet.
how did you know I was going to say that?
I read the script.
Did you know I was just telling Mrs. McGarrigle about my castle in Transylvania? Do you almost come and visit someday? We would have so much fun. The rugged countryside. The wolves with their fiery eyes glaring in the night. How much of my script did you read?
All of it.
All of it. You will excuse me 1 second. Hello. We'll discuss it later.
What was that?
Nothing to trifle with.
But I must know.
Yet you a disappointment. Very well. Where are we? Oh yes. Do you know what else I like? The little jeep and the beaches.
The what?
The jeep. The little ba-ba-bas.
That's not the script.
I know. I changed it.
You can't do that.
Very well. I'll tell you what else. You don't know what else, but I got to change it. I love to fly to the cloudless nights of the twinkling lights of the villages next to the crags and valleys of the mountains.
Oh, you have an airplane? Really? I've always wanted to learn how to fly.
Perhaps someday I will teach you. Come, Mrs. McGarrigle. Let us watch the moon rise over the rugged mountain peaks. It reminds me of the broken battlements of my country.
Oh, Count, I'd love to see your broken battlement.
I can't go through with this.
We have a bargain.
There's still a man's brain? The monster is made up of dead men. That's hideous enough. But to steal a living man's brain?
That's the mistake of the past. Use a dead man's brain, there's too much deteriorated tissue. Even when we operate, we damage too many cells. But the complete transference of a complete brain. Well, think of it.
I cannot. I never asked to be the way I am. It's a disease, a curse. And I don't willfully do this. You are willingly committing evil.
Oh, evil schmeevel! You think you're cursed? Well, so am I. Cursed by the unknown. Cursed by the past. Preying on the future. Failure's my curse, but I will not fail again. Your heart is so weak, timid, and the thought of the sacrifice. One man, for the advancement of science.
Advancement of science? Is it going to save lives? Or make the world better?
Oh, I won't discuss with you any further. Just find a crystal. It'll be too late for you. Whoa.
Master! Master! Oh, the machine is overheating! All the doll is spinning!
You touched something!
No!
I know you touched something!
No!
Why does this happen to me? Why? Oh! Find the crystal, Talbot! Get back, you idiot! Help Talbot find the crystal!
He's been very mean lately. I didn't touch anything. Maybe it's time I found myself a new master. Hey, how about you?
Oh, no thanks. I've got enough trouble looking after myself. If only they got this crystal lost in the first place. You with your drug drinks.
Oh, well, I don't think I like you any more than I like him. With all I know about you, I'd have a fine tale to tell certain young ladies.
Silence, you fool! Don't bring a word about me to anyone. It'll be your last word. Now help me find that crystal.
Oh, well, if I do find that crystal, I won't be giving it to you.
None
of your business!
We'll see about that, Mr. Igor. He's the wolfman. He was the one in the box last night, and he was with Miriam's all day.
Why, he doesn't look very wolfish to me. My son says you're the wolf that's been after my daughter.
And you must be Mr. Woodknocker.
I was the last time I looked.
How do you do?
Everyone I can, thank you.
The one in the middle.
Thank you. Which way to the porthole? I think this boat has got to stop rocking. I'm gonna be Now let's get down to brass knuckles here. My son tells me you're the wolf who's been after my daughter.
Well, I like your daughter very much, Mr. Woodknocker.
Like the story of Wild Sheep and Wolf Boy.
You better get busy. The doctor won't like it.
Another country heard from. Haven't I seen you somewhere before?
I carried in your baggage. Yeah.
I'm not sure I'm seeing you now. Put an egg in your shoe and feed it. And scrape. And save us from your nincompoop. Now, Mr.
Talbot.
In our neck of the woods, my son here is known as the Woodknocker. And he says that there's some funny business going on around here, which is more than I can say.
Mr. Talbot, if that's your real name, what are you doing here?
I'll handle this, Junior. Mr. Talbot, if that's your real name, what are you doing here? How am I doing, kid?
Like a trooper.
Well, I was...
Likely story. I'll tell you what you're doing here. You're looking for something you lost last night, right?
How did you know that?
And it's smaller than a bread.
Mr. Woodknocker.
And it's, don't tell me, and it's small enough to be put on that shelf up there on the mantle.
Mr. Woodknocker.
Pop!
Well, that's where you put it, isn't it?
Well, what'd you have to tell Buzzboy for?
How'd you know where it was?
Why, you, the good Dr. Frankenfurter, I mean Frankincense. Was there a convention here last night? Anyway, while you were taking a snooze in yon box, Junior pinched the little bottle and put it in.
So you know everything.
Well, I know Snoop's side of the boondoggle will watch you.
Does it really matter?
Certainly! Every public nuisance has a right to a defense. Only make it snappy. I'm only here for a week.
Well, what can I tell you this Snoop here hasn't already told you?
Well, who said that I believed him? Oh, he's a good boy and all, and always tells the truth, but only as far as he knows.
I have it all down in my notebook. He said to Dr. Frankenstein, I can't go on like this any longer. You must either join me or tell me.
All right. I'll tell my own story, Mr. Wood Doctor. And I'll walk out that door and you'll never hear from me again. I know what Miriam did. Tell her I have a terminal disease, that it would never work out between us.
I'll be the judge of that.
Well, you may not know me by my real name, Lawrence Talbot. But you have heard of the Wolfman. Well, I'm the Wolfman.
I told you, Pop.
The real unadulterated Wolfman, eh? I've heard of you, but never thought we would meet. Is there an echo in here?
I've searched for years for some type of cure for peace of mind. I came here to see if the doctor could help me. He said he would help me, but only if I helped him with his experiment.
I told you, Pop.
You were right, Junior.
His experiment turned out to be a plot to steal your brain for his monster. I'm ashamed to admit that I ever agreed to it. But only at first. I want nothing to do with it now.
That's an interesting tale, and it certainly confirms Junior's side of the story. I wonder what we're going to do to you. You know, I never kick a man when he's down.
Well, here's the crystal.
I don't want it. Give it back to Frankenberg.
He's just going to try and slip it to you when you don't expect it.
Why, it'll be a sorry day when I can't bamboozle the likes of him. Besides, I need a little excitement.
But you knew, Pop.
Well, Junior, the nerds can take care of themselves. Now let's get down to cases. What are we going to do to foul up the machinery around here?
We don't have much time, Pop. I heard Frankenstein tell Igor that everything was set for tonight. All they need is that crystal.
Well, Junior, do you think that you can sneak down to that machinery down there and throw this wrench into the works?
I'll try, Pop.
Be careful now, Junior. And remember, Lady Godiva put everything she had on a horse. All we got is you.
Don't worry, Pop. I know this place like the back of my hand. Ah! Ah!
He's always using his head for something. Now, Mr. Calvin, who all do you think's involved in this fiendish plot?
Well, Igor, of course. And I don't know of anyone else.
What about Count Alucard and the Countess? Do you think they're part of this thing?
Alucard is Dracula spelled backwards. I hear they're extremely jealous. They're always flirting from each other.
Well, I thought she was rather friendly with me, but I thought it was due to my warm charms and exceeding good looks. Do you really think she's part of this?
Well, who knows? Frankenstein might use anyone if he got desperate. He and the Countess were talking when Miriam and I came here.
Well, I wonder. Do you really think that she's going to be involved in all of this thing? You know, knowing human nature such as I do, I know that I don't think Frankenstein will try to do it. I put my money on the Countess. You know, I think we're going to have some fun this evening.
Oh, there you are, dear. They're looking all over for you. You need to get dressed for dinner.
Well, I am dressed.
I can't go to dinner like that.
Oh, why not?
Julius, you bought two new tuxedos when we were in Paris. Why did you wear one of them tonight?
I bought those two tuxedos because they're on sale. I never said I was going to wear them. You're not.
All I ask is that you look decent, and not like something the cat's rubbed in. But it'd be so hard for you to try and please me once in a while. I hope you're not going to embarrass me like you did on the boat.
Oh, my personality.
No? Why don't you do whatever you please? And I'll meet you upstairs later. By the way, it seems Junior he's run off somewhere.
Well, actually, dear, he was out running an errand for me. Why, that's the first argument she's given up in years.
So she's trying very hard not to argue with you, Father.
Well, why is that? What would life be without a little discussion every now and then? Talbot, I'll see you when I see you. What are you guys looking at anyway? Haven't you ever seen an Orange Julius before?
I never realized how much those two argue until we came on this trip. Mother just can't seem to learn that giving Father an ultimatum gets her nowhere. What's the matter?
Nothing.
Then why don't you relax? I'm not going to bite you. You had a nice day, didn't you?
Isn't that?
Well, it's a wonderful evening. We're going to have a wonderful time.
Miriam,
Yes?
I must be going this evening. I can't stay with you long.
You can't stay, but why not?
Mr. Talbot! Excuse me, Miss Woodknocker. I must speak with Mr. Talbot immediately. You don't have time for small talk. Where's the crystal?
Here it is. Now take it and go to the devil.
Oh, don't be such a goody-goody. Oh, have you seen the Countess?
The Countess. So that's what you're gonna lose.
Oh, don't bother yourself about that. From the look of it, you have problems of your own. I'll send Igor up with a sedative. It's going to have to be injected. See you tomorrow.
What's that all about?
Nothing. Miriam, do you still have your necklace I gave you?
Mm-hmm. It's right over here.
Never take it off. And remember, no matter what happens, we did have a wonderful day together.
You're acting so peculiar, Larry. Come look at the mountains with me. Oh, the moon's coming over the peak.
The moon!
It looks so big and round. It never looks this way at home. I guess the city lights detract from its beauty. Let's go take a walk on the terrace, Larry. Larry, what's the matter?
Go away!
Are you ill?
Go away! You must go!
What's wrong? Larry, what is it?
Where's Talbot?
Oh, it's that bad again.
What is going on here? Larry just ran out like a wild man.
He has a rare malady. I'd explain it to you, but you would understand. No, he's much too dangerous when he's like this.
Well, I'm going to help him.
No!
Someone needs to.
Wait, but Natasha, he was quite innocent. You did not have to swoop down on us like the red bear.
Stay away from me, you fleeing captain of all special.
Natasha, look! Crystal!
I'm not interested in your little games anymore. Henry, do your own dirty work.
But, Natasha, you can't be mad at the lad. It's not his fault. It's Mrs. Milano's fault. Oh, she was flirting with him, throwing herself at him.
James.
I don't believe you.
No, it's the truth.
Yes, it's true. I'm innocent bystander.
What things you say.
Darling.
Innocent. Very well, Henry. I will take the crystal.
Remember, I'll do anything to make it up to you.
Leave it to me.
I will. Oh, I must go check my instruments. We can't be too careful.
Darling, what is going on between you?
Oh, nothing, my sweet. Henry has just given me this little crystal to hold for safekeeping.
You seem quite anxious. Must be something important.
Yes, it is very important. I haven't the faintest idea what it is for. Here, my sweet, you hold it for me. You know how I lose things.
He looks like a diamond.
Yes, it does. Keep it close to your heart and don't lose it.
I will, my darling. Like I keep you close to my heart. Would you forgive me for my past few naughty days?
After tonight, there will be nothing to forgive, my sweet, like Dracula.
Oh, my darling Natasha, I am at your feet.
When you get through their feet, you can start on mine. If that's not an insult, I don't know what is. Come on, Natasha, leave this stuff shirt.
That's
Fly
right.
away with me. I love it.
Oh, Mr. Woodknocker, I don't know what to say.
Well, I hardly know what to say either if I were you. But I'll think of something. In fact, when I look at him, I do think of something. I think of a baboon.
A bat?
A baboon! That's not, I'm sorry, that's not fair to the rest of the other baboons.
I am calling you, Mr. Woodchuck. I am a man of few words.
I'm a man of one word. Scram! Hamstring!
Come, Natasha. Let us go somewhere where we can be alone.
What, are you still here? Put an egg in your shoe and feed it. Come on, Natasha. It's the same old story. Boy meets girl. Romeo and Juliet. Minneapolis and St. Paul. Ha! Thought you could sneak up on me,
What
eh?
are you doing?
Ah! Don't point that beady nose at me, it might go off. That would be a real hooker. Aha! I'm good. She said, I'll be entertained. Still up, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Pretty good, eh?
Wonderful, darling.
Oh, I took lessons in acme fencing. Oh, Natasha, alone at last. I could sit on your lap all night long as long as you don't get up. Oh, my dear, your eyes, they shine like tinsel, like blue serge soup.
What?
Oh, it's no reflection on you, my dear. It's on my pants. Yeah, we must go away together. I can see it now. You could be on the, if we only had a bungalow, you could be on the inside, I could be on the outside trying to come in. Or, I could be on the inside trying to come out. Or, you could be on the inside out, I could be on the outside in. Forget it. We're not here, we're not back by next Friday, the whole thing's off. Oh, Natasha, marry me, I love you.
Oh, Mr. Woodhopper, that would be bigamy.
Why, yes, it would be big of me. In fact, it'd be big of all of us.
I never heard of such a thing. I'm gonna tell Mrs. Woodhopper everything I heard. Oh, I knew you were a cad all along.
Well, I've always thought of myself as a Mercedes. You know, the sleeveless sports top model.
What a strange woman.
Oh, you don't know the half of it.
What are you going to do now?
I'm gonna sit on your lap until the moon comes up.
Pop! Pop!
Oh, Junior.
Oh, excuse me, I didn't know you were busy.
Where did he come from?
Ah, the fireplace. Where else? And quite frankly, I wish you'd go back. Oh, Natasha, you must meet me out underneath the moon. If only we had a little garden that we could go to. I'll tell you what. You wear this necktie so I can tell which one you are between that and the moon. And while the moon is sneaking around the clouds, I'll be sneaking around you.
You gave her your disco tie?
Right here. I'll get it back.
Pop! We've got to do something. I heard Frankenstein tell Igor that he gave the crystal to the Countess. I saw him down in the secret passage in the dungeon. I also saw the monster, too. There was a thing Mom saw last night in the hall.
Well, Junior, I've been sitting here waiting for her to slip it to me, and she hasn't done it yet. What about the machine?
I can't get close to it, Pop. Frankenstein keeps fiddling with the dials and changing knobs. What are we going to do?
I'll tell you what, Junior, you sneak back down there and wait for your opportunity. I'll see if I can't get Frankenstein up here and distract him for you, okay?
Alrighty then.
Hurry, Junior.
I don't believe a word of it, Mrs. McGonagall. My husband may be aggravating, but he's not unfaithful. I know that.
Oh, but I heard him and I saw him.
Well, you must have been mistaken. Now, you said yourself you were coming up with things.
Well, if you don't want to take my word for it, I shall leave. In fact, I'm going to pack my bag. I've been frightened by bats and chased by heaven knows what, and for all intents and purposes have been called a liar. I'm going to visit the Count's castle. He promised to show me his broken battlements.
What a mess of a vacation this has turned out to be. Now, everything has deserted me.
Oh, I beg your pardon. I did not know the room was occupied.
Oh, it's quite all right. It's not crowded.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Count Alucard of Transylvania. And you remind me of the beautiful women of my country.
Oh, how do you do? I'm enchanted.
No, it is I whom enchanted it. You have such a lovely neck. Like a swan.
Oh,
Indeed, you remind me of the moon rising above the rugged mountain peaks of my beautiful country.
I don't think you should be talking to me this way. I really don't. I mean, I hardly know you. We've just met.
Such an evening was made for, how you say, getting acquainted.
Oh, I'm a married woman, and I don't appreciate such advances, sir.
No offense, lady. I am but a lonely traveler of the night, and you are such exquisite. You are so. Forgive my brashness, but I am much more fit.
This is where I came in. You snake in the grass. You toad in the tree. You square peg around home.
What are you doing here, Julius?
Getting an earful, that's what. But don't worry, my dear. I'll save you from this measure.
Oh, don't be so melodramatic.
I'm warning you, Mr.
Pecker.
Yes!
Yes.
I have quite enough of you and I will destroy you now.
Oh, you'll have to catch me first. Come on, get up and fight like a man. What are you, man or a mouse? I know. We'll put some cheese on the ground. We'll find out.
Julius, how can you be so mean to this poor, kind man?
Why, it's simple, my dear. Every man must defend his home. Mom, America, apple pie, and not necessarily in that order.
Oh, what's going on down here? Oh, now, what happened?
That stack of wood attacked me.
Oh, you horrible man!
I guess I am.
What's going on down here?
What's going on? Why, we're having a party. Do you know how to rumba?
Yes, of course.
I'll pick a number between 1 and 10.
Oh, get away!
Julius, darling, I have been waiting for you.
What does she mean, Julius, darling?
I told ya, there's something hanky-panky going on.
It means nothing, my dear. She's just overwhelmed by my charm.
Does he have the crystal?
Oh, you mean these?
Well, how do you get it?
Well, now I got it.
Around here, Julius, get down back to them. Oh, it's like a circus. Stop this madness. You have the faintest idea of what's happening.
Oh, where did he go?
Oh! Wait! What are we doing? We want him to have the crystal.
Ah, the jig is up, Frankenstein. Thought you could steal my brain, eh?
Steal your brain?
Why, yes. The man who's holding this crystal at 11 o'clock will have his brain transferred into that of the doctor's monster.
But Natasha, you gave the crystal to me.
It was just a joke, darling.
Just a joke.
Hey, don't worry about it. You know, you can have it back.
Ah, but thank you. No, I want it.
Aha! Frankie, you got it.
Master! The little boy! He's got that machine! It's going to explode! The whole machine is going...
Shut up.
Aha, the dead. Pop, I did it! I twisted dials and pulled levers and blew up the machine. He was trying to stop me, but I was too fast for him. Pop, you all right?
Junior, is there no justice? When your mother and I got married, we wanted to have children. Can you imagine the disappointment when you came along?
That's my pop.
Here, Junior, go help your sister. I'll help your mother.
Come, Natasha. I have had enough of this quiet, graceful retreat. Let us return to our simple lives of Transylvania.
Yes, my sweet. Can you ever forgive me for my foolish past? I belong only to you.
Yes, my darling Natasha. And I promise never to look at another woman ever again.
Goodbye, Henry. Oh, but where is Henry?
He's probably fiddling with that monster of his. He'll never give up.
Well, goodbye, Julius. It was our
Oh, goodbye.
family.
Miriam! Miriam!
Can you tell that the moon is still in the sky?
Oh, I feel like a normal human being again. It must have been the energy released from that machine, curing me in somehow. Oh, Miriam, will you marry me?
Yeah.
Is this all right with my family?
That's all right with us, as long as he wears a flea collar.
Come, my sweet. Let us fly through the night as we used.
Watch out for that And after all the things he said to me,
Why, Mrs. McGonagall, you've been getting nothing but dirty brakes. So we're going to clean and check your brakes, but you'll have to stay in the garage.
Julius, be nice to her. She's had a hard day.
Very well, my dear, if you insist. Mrs. McGonagall, I'm going to be nice to you. I don't know how, I don't know where, and I don't even know when, but I am going to be nice to you. And Ruth, I'm going to start being nice to you, too. I want you to remember this as one of those exciting, adventurous vacations.
Oh, dear. We came on this trip to get away from excitement. But it's been fun. Julius, after 20 years, I will never understand you. But I am going to try and stop changing. Let that be a lesson to you, Miriam. You can't change him before you're married. You can't change him afterward.
good thing he's already changed.
My dear, let us go lodge with my fleas in the hills. I mean, flee to my lodge in the hills. Junior, Mrs. McGonagall, we have packing to do. Marion, leash on this character.
Oh, how wonderful it is to be a normal human being again. Uncomplicated in myself. The doctor did cure me, even if his brain transfer was a failure. Igor, where is Dr. Frankenstein?
Last time I saw him, he was standing by the box, yelling something about that machine over there.
Well, I hope he's given up on those wild dreams of his. Well, Miriam, shall we take that walk in the moonlight now?
Nobody asked me to take a walk in the moonlight.
Igor! Come down here and get me out of these chains. What do you mean, chaining me in this dungeon? Igor, come down here. Must I do everything myself?
Changed your mind?
Let's do it.